Okay, so Usman Nurmagomedov is deciding to talk shit about the best fighter in the world right now. Number one pound for pound. Compared to UFC guys, he's the best. Compared to Bellator guys, he's literally God. Literally God. He could Thanos snap you away. Usman, like, why are you talking shit? Okay, let me ease into this though. Usman, if you've heard, he has to talk shit against UFC fighters because he has no name value. No one knows who he is. You're literally the Bellator guy, which is not impressive. They have no one. They have no one good besides Usman. Like, Usman, he's kind of decent for a Bellator guy. I'll give him that. But still, like, how many times are we going to see Bellator guys just shit on by UFC guys? And I don't know, maybe Usman's mad. Maybe you want to talk shit. You want to get your name. He wants to clout chase. If I'm being honest, the only reason he's calling out Illia is because he wants to clout chase. He knows he's not going to fight Illia. He's not in the UFC. Don't even know if he plans to be on the UFC because he knows the UFC has the best competition and he probably gets paid better at Bellator. Because they need anyone decent. Like, if you're a garbage man, you can probably sign up for Bellator and fight some prospects and get KO'd. That's how desperate they are for fighters, for anyone decent. They need Usman. They probably pay him a lot, to be honest. So, and Usman, I mean, just one look at him, you can tell he does not care about being the best. He wants money. These Russians, they talk about legacy. If you're talking about legacy, why don't you go to the UFC where you know the best fighters are. You know the best fighters are in the UFC, but you're still signed to Bellator, and it's not like you're an upcoming fighter. Like, why are you still in Bellator? Oh yeah, you want to fight worse guys for more money. That's great. You know what? That's smart. Respect for doing that. But don't say you're fighting for legacy like all these Dagestanis do. They're in the same circle. All they do is talk about fighting for legacy. They call out Max Holloway for not fighting for legacy. They call out Jose Aldo for not fighting for legacy. You're in Bellator fighting bums for a paycheck. I really don't want to hear it from you, dude. Don't want to hear it at all. But yeah, this is what he had to say against my GOAT, my man. Like, you're defending my man. And if you're defending, no, you're attacking my man. I'm defending him. And if you're attacking Ilya, you're gonna have to go through me, Usman. And listen, you may be like, go through you. He's a Bellator champion. Listen, I'm probably just as good as the guy he debuted against because he has a negative record, dude. Come on, you know, come on, dude. Yeah, I'd get my ass beat, but still, honestly, probably not that far off from who he debuted against. Because he's shit too. So, anyways, this is what he said. He said, "How can Illia Topuria be number one lightweight in the world? I think my resume is better than him against who? Against Bob the Builder, literally. How many fights does he have? 14. I have 14 finishes in my career. Again, we're doing this again. It's embarrassing. Like, did all the inbreeding like make you dumb? It probably did, actually. I don't know why I'm asking that. It did. As we can see here, prime example. How many fights does he have? 14. Congrats. Against who? Literally, imagine if Ilya was in the UFC. If Ilya was in the UFC, never mind 14 finishes, he'd have 100 finishes. If Ilya was in the UFC, he'd be 100 and 0. I mean, if he was in Bellator, he'd be 100 and 0, 100 finishes. No, Ilya would probably have 100 fights, 110 finishes, because he's that damn good. Especially compared to Bellator guys. He'd probably finish the same fighter multiple times in one fight. Don't know how that's possible, but he would find a way against your bums. You're fighting bums, dude. So yeah, I really don't like Usman. I really don't like any Bellator guy talking shit. Like, I'm tired of it. Listen, it's fun. It's entertaining. I'll give it that. But beyond that, it's really embarrassing. Like, you see Patchy Mix talking all this shit against Batista. He gets in the UFC and he gets dog walked. And I was rooting for, I hate Batista. I was rooting for Patchy Mix. I really was. But still, you lost that fight, and you lost clearly, and you just aren't as good. Never mind Bellator champions being compared to UFC champions. Bellator champions should be compared to barely ranked UFC fighters, and maybe they're equal, even though, to be honest, I take some barely ranked UFC fighters over Bellator champions, because Bellator champions, they just shit the bed. Like, they come to the UFC, they get trashed on. They get shit on, dude. Like, literally, the only way for them to do good is if they come to the UFC, fight bums, and actually then get better, then they can do good. But when a Bellator fighter comes to the UFC as they are, they get trashed on. Like, Like, they really get embarrassed, and it's kind of sad. I feel bad for them at this point. I feel bad for Usman. Never mind, I don't. Let's just talk about their records, right? Because you want to talk records. Let's look at your record. Who'd you debut against? Let's check. I bet he's good. 11-7. This is who you debuted against, bro. Okay, at least you probably KO'd him, right? No, you didn't KO him. You took him to decision, and he's 11-7. He has half as many losses as he does wins. He has more than half, actually. Let me not be gracious towards Usman. He has half. Oh, it gets worse. Manny Murrow, who Usman beat. Let's see how he beat him, actually. Manny Murrow. No, that's my GOAT's record. This is Usman's record. Okay, you KO'd him at least. You KO'd the guy who's 13-9. Probably has never trained in his life. Let's be real. He doesn't even look like he should be here legally. He doesn't look like he should be here legally. Just saying. And you're beating him. Like, congrats, 13-9. 11. It gets worse. You think 13-9 is bad? You think 11-7 is bad? It gets worse. 11-9. I nearly didn't even look at that. He doesn't even have a profile picture. That's how bad he is. His picture is his flag of the country he's in. When have you seen any fighter have that? Unless they're making their debut in the UFC, maybe. But even that, they didn't even bother putting his picture. They put a flag over this man's face, dude. That's embarrassing. And he's 11-9. That is super bad. That's who you're beating. That's who you're really beating. And you want to talk. You want to talk shit. Who is he? Patrick Pilittle? Patrick Chicken Little, dude. And you submitted him at least. Hey, dude, congrats. You submitted him in 2022. Let's see what Ilya was doing. You were submitting someone who's 13-70. Illia Topuria submitting Bryce Mitchell, and then he's going on to outclass Josh Emmett completely. And by the way, Josh Emmett, he's a better win than anyone Usman has beaten. Anyone. Okay, probably not anyone, but he's at least like top 2, top 3. Unironically. And we saw what Ilya did to Josh Emmett. Has Usman did that to anyone? Like, literally anyone? He's going to a no contest with Brent Primus. He sounds like a transformer. Brent Primus? Who? You're beating I don't even know. Optimus Prime over here? Like, who is that dude? Not good, not impressive at all. And you want to talk shit about my GOAT? Listen, I'm going to bring Will Smith over here. Keep my GOAT's name out your mouth, dude. Keep his name out your mouth. This man is KOing Charles Oliveira, KOing Max Holloway, KOing Volkanovski, completely dominating Josh Emmett. Like 50-44, 50-43 to him. And then he's submitting Bryce Mitchell, who's a good win. Like, talk shit about Bryce Mitchell. Oh, you haven't seen who Usman has beaten. You think Bryce Mitchell's a bad win? Look at Usman. Usman's beating 50-year-old Benson Henderson. Like, poor dude, this guy was in the retirement home and you pulled him out by his hair and you beat him. That's not good. That's not an impressive win. Like, your best win is who? Paul Hughes, who you went to a split decision with? Like, you fight someone decent and you arguably lose? Ilya fights the greatest, the best in the world, and he doesn't barely lose. He schools them. He KOs them. He's winning on the scorecards against Max Holloway, and it was a close fight, but he was up on the scorecards, and then he KOs him? Like, it doesn't get better than that. He can't, like, no one can do that good against Max Holloway. No one. Even Volk. Volk schooled Holloway in the third fight. Topuria was winning and then KO'd him. No one has done that to Max Holloway. Not prime Holloway, at least. Maybe a young 19-year-old Holloway with Eminem looking hair, but like, not now. Not now, dude. Like, Usman, he's just, it really makes it, dude, it pisses me off, to be honest, seeing these Bellator guys talk shit. Like, you're beating guys like Mike Campbell, and then you're beating Manny Murrow, and then you're beating Patrick Chicken Little, and then you're talking shit against Ilya, real fighters. This is literally like Jake Paul beating Ben Askren, and then talking shit about Canelo Alvarez. I'm not joking. That literally is this. It's just as comparable. You're in the B leagues fighting Jerry Cramstorm. Who is Jerry Cramstorm? You're fighting Chris Gonzalez. Who is Chris Gonzalez? Ilya is fighting Yusuf Zalal. in his debut, who's now beating Calvin Kattar, and that win is only aging good, and it's just aging good, dude. Like, it's aging good. When has Usman beat anyone that aged good? Like, you fight someone, and then they're 11-9. Like, dude, 11-9 is pathetic, bro. And that's who you're beating. That's who you're beating. And then it really, I mean, Usman just he's gotta pipe down. Like, you're talking about Ilya, you gotta pipe down, really. You really should, because I don't. It's the fake humbleness that gets me. That really makes me mad, because it's the same exact of fighters. You know who I'm talking about? It's these Dagestanis. It's Usman. It's Umar. Islam. Islam gets a pass. He's chill. He's one of the chill ones. He's the only chill one. And Habib too. Like, they love this fake humble game, but as soon as they have a moment to talk shit, they talk shit. No, actually, that's including Islam too. That's including Islam. He doesn't fake. No, he does say fake. He is fake humble. They all are fake humble. And then it's just the talking shit. Like, if you're gonna talk shit, own it. Own the talking shit. Ilya doesn't fake humble. He owns that he's confident, and he owns the shit talking. You're being fake humble. Like, you're not a nice guy. You're acting like a nice guy. You're not a nice guy. You talk shit when you can. Same goes for all of them. Same goes for all of them. Don't forget what Habib said about Holloway and Jose Aldo. He trash talked both of them, who are legends, and they had nothing negative to say about Habib. But then Habib's over here talking shit about them. Like, what's up with that? And no one brings that up because they win. Because they win, you're not allowed to criticize them. Usman, you are fake humble. Like, you are not a good guy. Actually, I don't know. Maybe he is a good guy. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm going too hard on him. But at the very least, you're not humble. And you can't pretend to be humble. You can't trash talk the number one pound for pound UFC fighter and then play humble, dude. Like, no, you're not humble. Just own it at least. Like, have the balls to own it. Like, they'll marry their cousin, but they can't own talking some trash, really? Like, you'll do that, but you can't. Come on, dude. It really is embarrassing. Like, it does annoy me, because you just gotta recognize your own league. Like, you gotta recognize your own league. Like, Jake Paul does this. He talks trash to Canelo, knowing he'll never fight Canelo, even though maybe he could, because he is fighting Gervonta Davis. But still, it's similar. It's like you're talking trash against Canelo. You're clout chasing off Canelo's name. You know you're not gonna fight him anytime soon, at the very least. At the very least, you're not fighting him anytime soon. You're just clout chasing, and then you're gonna fight bums who are 100 times worse. That's exactly what Usman is doing. He's Jake Pauling this shit. You weren't Jake Paul, little bro. You're supposed to be a real fighter, but you're doing this, really? He's annoying. I don't like him. I hope he loses his next fight. Like, no, I don't actually. I hope he gets in the UFC, because that would be fun. Like, Usman is a good lightweight. Unironically, he is a good lightweight. And I think he'd do decent in the UFC, but no way in hell is he beating Ilya. No way in hell is he beating the top guys. Maybe he can get better, but as of right now, he's not doing good in the UFC. And when I say good, I mean champion level. He's not become a champ. He does not become a champion in the UFC. We all know that. We all recognize that. Like, Dustin Poirier, if he was in Bellator, he'd be a champion. He'd finally get his dream to be a champion. So, I mean, that just speaks volumes. Like, Usman, just stop it, bro. It is embarrassing. But yeah, that's enough. I've yapped enough about Usman sucking ass and clout chasing Illia Topuria. That's it for this one. See you in the next one. Hope you guys enjoy.